Welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks on Sunday Night Primetime. So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olsen here in the booth. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll take it in at the goal line. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
A good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field.
49-yard line.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterboot. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
Here he goes.
They'll go again with Scatterboot. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chain.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good runner. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back. To say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Once again, it's Scatterboot. Not much happening there, just a short game.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
So, from the 37, here's second and 8. Out of shotgun, it's Dark. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
It's a pickup of 12. That's good for a Giants first down.
First and 10.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 23, here's second and 8. Out of the gun, here comes Dark. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long.
60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
Operating from the gun, it's Dark. That's caught, and it's Cam Scalaboo. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down. The Giants field goal unit out on the field. No issues there. This one is good. And the Giants will take a 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. No return here. This is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Let's go! 18 Cardinal, 18!
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And the strength on display, rattling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, Seattle.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
They'll run it for the first time. Here comes Zach Charbonnet. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
At the 26. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and a couple. On the handoff, this is Walker. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
70 line.
Give to Charbonnet, heading right. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Giants leading this one early. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. It is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
They'll start this on the ground with Scatterby. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
2nd and 10. To throw is Dart. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 8 out of that one. But still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Let's go now.
A play fake, now Dart. This one's broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
To the air once more is Dart. They try to work the screen with Scatterboo. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
To the air again goes Dart. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That is hard. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line. A big play for the Giants. 56 yards.
First and goal, Giants.
So the big play gets him down close. And now it's first and goal. Scatterboo trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the 1, second and goal. One more time, it's Scatterboo. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
This offense is finding out the hard way, Mike. There is just not a lot of room to operate against this defense down near the goal line.
Last drive yielded 3. They'd like more. See what happens on third and goal. Krosky Merrick will take this in for a Giants touchdown.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
The extra point is up and through. And the Giants are out to a 10-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Play fake. He'll look to throw. He gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 6. He'll drop to throw. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 22 yards there. It's good for a Seahawks first down. The run up the middle, it's Walker. Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7.
You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
On second down, here's a run with Charbonnet. Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
This is 3rd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to get this close to a first down, but he's out of bounds a yard short, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down.
72, let's go.
They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Seahawks. That's his 2nd TD catch of the season.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Seahawks 7.
Ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. He's to midfield. Still on the move. And he's going to take this one coast to coast. 96 yards. Touchdown, Giants.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it, and the Giants will get out in front, 17-7.
Seahawks 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one complete right side. And he's going to be very close to the 1st down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
Let's go now.
catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Down the left sideline, and he will go all the way. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seattle. It's his third touchdown of the year. What a pretty touchdown that was. Nothing looks nicer than a well-set-up screen, and that was executed to perfection.
Mike, the key to any successful screenplay is the timing between the offensive lineman getting out and where the running back is when he catches it. You'll see it here played out perfectly. He gets the escorts out in front of him, gets the key blocks he needs, all the way down for 6.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. We'll start at the 4. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
First down, Giants.
On first down, Dart. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes. Now a timeout, Giants. That is their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Looking to throw. It's Dart. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. The Giants going to call their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Third and long. Out of shotgun. It's Dart. Got it into the hands of Olave. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. We have hit halftime. We're going to take a quick break. Come back. Second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's Dart on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
First down. A gain of 19 yards.
On play action, it is Dart. Open man downfield, that's Neighbors. Trying to get to that pylon, not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1.
It's a gain of
A
53
big-time
yards.
play out of the G-men. 53 yards. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run. It's Scatterboo. Good blocking, and he's in. And Scatterboo. Touchdown, New York. The extra point try forthcoming.
Kicker on for the point after.
The kick is good. And the Giants go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Throw here to begin the drive. His throw left side is complete. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. 16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. We have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. They'll throw out of the gun. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
3rd down, they need 5.
Let's go now. Rocco 80.
He chooses to keep it on the zone read. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
York's kick is good. And the Seahawks are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here we go on the return from the 1. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The drive will begin with a run by Scatterboo. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
On second down, Dart. This one on target to Olave. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. A run straight ahead, that's Scatterboot. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 48-yard line, here's second and 2. On the give, Scatterboot. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Third and short. Here's Dart. Back into the hands of his receiver, Hyatt. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
First down. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Giants first down.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. This one popped in the air and intercepted. Still going. The offense trying to extend the lead, but the defense, not only the takeaway, but Greg, the pick 6, and they can tie this thing up.
Yeah, and this game has been in the balance the entire way, and now for this defense to come up with this pick 6, they've got a decision to make now, finding themselves down by 1 here in the second half.
Now it's yours for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks will tie this game at 24. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
At their own 47-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Dart. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. 18 yards. A great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. And how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy. You get paid to catch them all.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Up the middle with Scalaboo. As he ran through one would-be tackler, it's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Let's go. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He pulls it in around the 5. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short. Task a bit tougher as they face second and goal.
19, Tiger, 19.
Here's Dart. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on third and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure.
And look at this. The extra point is blocked. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
24-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll go left side here and complete this one. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
He'll look to throw. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
They've got to find a way to free him up, and whether that's moving him around the formation or using some pre-snap motion to get him better looks, but right now, it's been a lot of double coverage. It's been a lot of tight windows. And if they're going to have more success today on the offensive side of the ball, especially in the passing game, this offensive play caller needs to be more creative, freeing him up.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Back to throw. The throw here is complete. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or two short.
So we see this more and more often in today's NFL, Mike, where on third down, the ball is actually thrown short of the chains. And there's really two reasons. One, teams are a lot more willing to use fourth down. And two, they have a lot of confidence in these receivers and tight ends and backs to run after the catch.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Set 18 left. Cougar 19.
Throwing is Dart. Left side into the hands of Olave. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jalen Hyatt. Touchdown, Giants. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Set up. 60, go.
Right away, they'll set up the throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
That's good.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
46-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's Walker. Down the sideline, past the 40. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another first down.
Ready, set.
They'll look to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Ready. Hawk 7, Buffalo 18.
Shotgun run now with Walker. And he winds up dancing and spinning out of a tackle. Winds up getting 8 yards on that one. Good run.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with. So
nowhere to go. He is taken down. All the way back at the 14 now. 2nd down and goal.
2nd and goal at the 14-yard line.
they'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. Abdul Carter able to pursue and drop him for a big loss on 2nd and goal. Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. Throwing now from the gun. This one intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over here at their own 22.
And on a possession where the offense really had their way on the ground, you got to kind of go back to the drawing board and say, is it worth putting the ball in the air? Yes, we want to generate points. We want to push the ball downfield, but none of that matters if you're going to keep turning the ball over.
And he's going to be taken down at the 37. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Right back to Scatterboot on 1st down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 12 more yards from him there, and another 1st down.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go again with Scatterboot. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Ready.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? So a road win here for the Giants. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Seattle.